hello.
Hi.
How are you, Patricia?
I'm doing great. How are you, IB?
I'm doing really great, and thank you so much for coming on this show. So
Oh,
everyone,
nothing. It's my pleasure.
fantastic. So everyone out there, our guest in episode 1 is called Patricia Nsan, and so I'm just going to introduce her to you, and then we'll go on with the rest of the conversation. So Patricia Nsan is a business consultant. She's a creative director of Mmakamba Fashion, and both of us are right now in Mmakamba Fashion, right? You know, maybe I should get up a little. Yeah, you know. Yes, so an African-inspired women's contemporary fashion brand, and she's also the founder of Trisha L'Amour, a foundation focused on training and mentoring the youth in senior secondary schools on capacity building and skills acquisition. She's a graduate of UNN, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. She has a BA in Fine and Applied Arts. She also holds a certificate of fashion and shoe design at Academia Riasi Fashion School, Florence, Italy. I hope I pronounced that right.
Yeah, Academia Riati.
Riachi. Oh yes, yes. She has been nominated and awarded severally in fields of fashion and youth development, respectively. She's also a speaker on strategies of managing an online brand. She has upcoming projects with Lagos State Youth Ambassador. So this is the lady we'll be talking to today. She's a regular lady like you and I, you know. Okay, so Patricia, over to you. So tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself to us.
Hello, ladies and a few gentlemen. My name is Patricia Nsan. I am the creative director of Mmakamba Fashion and the founder, strict CEO of Trish L'Amour Limited. Yes.
Okay, so what else?
I love to think that I am pretty. I love to dress up. That's why I took this opportunity to wear this dress, this top.
I tell you, I'm so glad that you took that time out, to dress up and you made an effort because I know the coronavirus and the stay home has really hit us hard.
Honestly, it's so important to just feel good at this point.
Yes, and so I didn't want to start the session by talking, about corona. So I'm glad we brought it in now because it just dampens, there's a way of dampening, stuff. But we'll talk about it in the course of our conversation. Yes. Okay, so Patricia, this series is about inspiring women out there because a lot of women feel that if they're not celebrities or if they're not overly successful, that they are not successful. But the thing that I believe is that success is what you define success to be. And you have to be comfortable in the space that you are, and at the same time uncomfortable to want to grow further, yes. So please share your woman's story, what have you been through in life and, where you, to get to where you are right now?
Okay. I think what you said about success is really important because a lot of people, they don't internalize success, right? They look outwards, look at other people. They tend to compare themselves with celebrities, with what they're seeing online, to compare their reality. But then I think that's one thing I've actually caught on time. So my success story has always been personal to me. I tend to see myself and my growth as I tend to compare myself to how I was yesterday and look at the big vision of my life based on what God has actually opened up to me. Like, this is who you are. And I'm like, from where I am to where I want to be, what are the things I need to, who is the person, who do I need to become to, become that version of myself that is still far away, so I tend to compare myself to that woman and then it's a daily process. So success for me is very internal. Success is very unique to me because I believe every woman has a story. So my story is different from yours. So it won't be fair for me to compare my stock. What are you actually comparing? Like, we don't even look
What are you
alike. We don't speak
comparing?
alike. You know, I have my strength and you have your strengths. Your weaknesses might be, so it's just interesting. So I
Fantastic.
think it's more of like a mindset thing. So my success story has been, well, as we discussed, I'll tend to share more, but it's been very interesting.
Okay, so I'm glad. Something I heard, and that really stood out for me, and that is your story is your story. That means that you're on your journey, and there's no reason to
Exactly.
compare yourself with anyone. And these are the challenges that I
Exactly.
know that we find, as human beings. We're not comfortable with ourselves, and so we would rather be someone else instead of being who we were created to be. And in the world, each of us has been created unique. So it will be so
Exactly.
amazing to see women begin to own their own journey and live it out, regardless of the ugliness or the not so beautiful or the setbacks. Yeah, so thank you for sharing, Patricia. Thank you. All right, so well, you have Mmakamba Fashion, and you also
Exactly.
have the foundation, Trisha
Vision
Lamo.
Foundation.
Yes,
Yes.
and you do other stuff as well. So how easy has it been for you to juggle, to fit all this into one day? How easy has it been?
Yeah, I know like work-life balance has always been a topic. People, like women, keep talking about work-life balance, how you able to, do all of that. I feel like there is no hard and fast rule to balance, to work-life balance. You just have to create a system that works for you, to create a system that is unique to you, because life can be overwhelming. There are different parts of your life, and at certain points in time, it's a particular, maybe your personal life might take a toll on you, and then affect your business, your social life, your spiritual life, all of that. But then I think the balance comes when you create a system, because that's like the easiest thing to do. So
Hmm.
like for me, when you have, yearly, I set goals. I believe everyone should have goals, yearly
Yeah.
goals. In fact, everyone should start by having a life vision. What's your definite chief aim, right? So you're supposed to know, why are you here? What's your purpose? I know it's really hard to find. It's really hard to define, like, okay, I'm here. My purpose in life is to do this and do
Yeah.
that. But then your guidelines, yes, okay, this is the field and this is what I'm actually passionate about, what I'm called to do, what I'm moved towards, and all of that. And then you create your life with what you really want to see, like what is your vision, what's your
Hmm.
career, where do you see yourself in 10 years, and all of that. When you break all of that down to 5 years, you break it down again to your yearly goals now. So what I do is I have this accountability partner. She's my friend. So what
Hmm.
we did was we actually broke down our yearly goals into months, and then everything. So we have all parts of our lives now in a timetable.
Oh,
It's not so
fantastic.
easy, and sometimes we fall short, but then
Hmm.
it's still a guide.
Yeah.
So in a day now, I have my timetable for that day. I know what I'm supposed to be doing today. I know this is the book I'm supposed to be reading. This is, so when I wake up in the morning, I actually don't have any spare time. I actually don't have any time to just, if I have a spare time, it's actually supposed to be, it's actually going to be in the timetable. So let's say from 4 o'clock to 4:30, just not do anything, so it's part of the plan. So it actually helps me to balance. Although some days are not so, I don't just really, go on with the timetable, but it helps. Some days I'm like, okay, today I just have to, work with the timetable, and other days but it just helps you with a guide. So a system really helps
Yeah.
at the end of the day. Create a system that is unique to
Fantastic.
you, that works for you.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I heard so many things from what you said. One of them was, have your vision. So in other words, your vision is not like a 1 year vision, but it's a long-term vision. And then
Long term.
you walk backwards, you set up set out your
Exactly.
10-year plan, and then work down to your
Exactly.
5-year plan and break it down
5 year
to
plan.
your 1 year
Break it
and even
down.
your monthly, because even daily, because then it helps you to achieve. Another thing I also heard is,
Daily steps.
yes,
Exactly.
another thing I also heard you say was the accountability partner. There's nothing as important as that. Someone to
So
help you,
important.
and to
This is
remind
so
you,
important.
when you are actually, lagging behind.
Falling short.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then the third thing I heard, which I think is so important, for us, is don't beat yourself up when you miss a day or two or when you derail. Just bring yourself
Exactly.
back.
Just live your life. Like,
Just leave
don't be
it.
happy. Don't beat yourself, really. Just get back there, because Rome wasn't built in a day. So it takes baby steps. Just keep doing it. As long as you haven't stopped, just keep at it, really. Just
Fantastic.
keep at it.
I really like that. And I hope that, each woman that's hearing this would see that, some things are demystified. You can achieve anything you want with baby steps.
Exactly.
And a good accountability partner who actually understands your vision and wants to partner with you to success.
It's so important, because some days you're like, you actually just lose sight of, the dreams and the visions based on challenges and all. And the person is there to pray with you. The person is there to remind you, girl, this is where you're going, or this is what you've done, this is what you've achieved, So that person is very important.
Fantastic, fantastic. I know it's really worked for me having accountability partners, and I love it. And I hold on to it dearly, because that's the only way to keep me on track. Okay, so with what you've shared, it's very obvious that you're very self-aware. To grow yourself, you have to know yourself, and to know yourself means you've got self-awareness. So as a behavioral, disc analysis trainer, one of the things we teach about is, knowing your personality. And there are 4 areas of personality. So I'm just wondering which part you think you belong to. Okay? So the D, so DISC, so the D is the dominant. So that means that you're dominant, you're direct, and you're decisive. And then you have the I, which is the influencer, or you're interactive, or you're interested in people. Then you have the S, which is stable, steady, and secure people. And then you have the C, which is the correct, the controlled, and the compliant. Where do you think you fall in this,
Okay,
It's
I'll have to listen. Yeah. Can you pick like some, can you pick from different parts? Or they all come in a group?
Yeah, so as a matter of fact, right, each and every person has these 4 traits in them. However, there are some that are more dominant than the other. For example, I'm an ID. So I fall under influencer, interested in people, and also direct. I'm maybe a little dominant, yes, but then I have, some of these traits. So that traits also fall on the graph, because but
okay, just go over it again. Let me internalize them. Let me see where I belong.
All right, so then you can tell me, so the D is which is the dominant, direct, decisive. And then you have the I, which is influencer, interactive, interested in people. I'm very interested in people. Then you have S, stable, steady, secure. They don't like to rock the boat. And then you have C, correct, controlled, and compliant. They are very set on rules.
I think my dominant traits would be I.
Okay.
Yeah, I fall in I. I'm interested in people. Yeah, I think I.
Okay, so for you to know for sure, you have to take one of those our tests, this test.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah. So now, how has it been managing this lockdown session or season? Sorry, this lockdown. We're in a very interesting season that has changed things. So normal isn't the normal as it used to be.
Exactly.
Things have changed. Yes, we're forced to stay at home. Against our will, I'll have to say, but because we want to be safe, we're complying.
You have to
how has it been for you?
Okay, so
and
basically,
also, what has it revealed to you about yourself?
About myself. Okay, so basically, my lifestyle, right, is not so far from what it is right now.
Really?
In the sense that I work from home. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I work from home. So I am a single mom, and I work from home. And the systems I talked about earlier has helped me, actually balance out most things. Like when my daughter comes back from school, she knows, it's time to, mommy's still working. So I work up until 4 o'clock, and then I work 3 times a week. So the other days I'm just, planning and strategizing and doing something new, but then 3 days a week. So it's not really been far off. So if I'm someone who used to maybe work in a bank, or it will be so different. So the lifestyles are not really far apart, right? So yes, so I think it hasn't really been and then my business is online, so it's still the same thing. So it's not like we have a brick and mortar store where we get to go to work and close up. I have friends that have actually closed up their stores now, but we're still functional,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's helped me to do, I've had more new things, more time for family, so I get to work out. Right now, I'm working out every day. I don't know where I got that energy, but I just discovered I had the energy. I've been procrastinating this workout. I've been saying I want to work out, but I'm like, tomorrow. So I just started working out, and I'm like, okay, where have I been,
Oh, wow.
So work out, more time for family, developing new skills, reading more books. Like I do more of audio books now. So, there's just been a change, and it's helping me discover more about myself, helping me discover more about my business, helping me bond more with family, So I don't think it's been bad on me.
Yeah, for you, it hasn't been bad, I guess. No, it hasn't been. It's just that now you can't just go out when you want to.
No, I can't. No, that the fact that your freedom, other days I'm free to. I'm like, okay, you know what? I've been at home for too long. I need to go out. But now I can't make that decision, and that's the annoying part. The fact that you're not just free to make the decision to go out.
Oh wow! So you mentioned you had a daughter. Wow. How old is she?
She'll be 9 on the 20th of April.
9.
Her name is Ella Emanuela.
Yes, Ella. Yeah. And Ella, Ella is 9. So would you say that you would recognize some of those behavioral traits in her? The D, the I.
Yes.
Because it gets
now that you said it, Ivy, I have to actually listen to what you want to show me, so I get to discover like how you've actually defined those things. Because I get to study her a lot, and I realized that she's very decisive. Fantastic. So there's this book I read by Richard Templar, Rules Parenting. I don't know if you've seen it. So it helps you. I discovered that you have to understand your child, know that your child is very unique, and just know who she is. So I get to, before Ella was born, I'm really spiritual. So I got to, really pray and really ask God to show me her destiny, that show me who she is. Because there are a lot of people that, you have to just discover this is who this person is and help her harness that. So far, so good. I believe I'm doing a great job as a mom by understanding her, yes, and actually helping her become
who she's
I think Ella is decisive. Ella is interested in people. Ella is very keen. She's really, very curious. She's very so I would say she's GI. D and then she's I.
Right?
Let's talk about that later. Yeah.
Oh wow. So she's really taking after you. Okay, so
yes, so she is. She's always, because she has a lot of she has a creative side, so she's always designing, and I'm like, am I just shoving my creativity on Ella? I wish, I could find different ways to, introduce different things to her. Maybe she might perhaps want to be a scientist. I don't know, but I haven't
or a doctor or something, right? Anything else?
But she wakes up to color. She wakes up. So Ella we actually have, argument. She's like, Mommy, no, that color is not working. Don't wear that shoe. So she already knows what she wants.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's good that you know her, and it's good that you know exactly how to, so just introduce her to more things, just let her explore other creative
exactly. That's an assignment for me.
Yes.
I really need to.
But I think she's still also in the process of discovery as well, just like you are also discovering her, So awesome. Sure. So Trisha, tell us, you seem to be so positively tuned. Have you always been this positive? Have you always had this mindset?
Okay, I believe I have, because I was that child who was always involved. They used to call me participant. I don't know where that name came from, but someone who always wanted to make things happen. I wanted to be part of
Yeah.
this club. I wanted to start up this dance group. So I've always had that part. But then I believe that with time, I have come to build it, right? I've
Mhm.
come to harness it. Experiences have helped me grow resilience and, perseverance. So I think it's something that I've had, but I have nurtured as well. So it's
Okay.
it's something anyone can actually. So if you're a negative person, it's very easy for you to actually change your mindset by just changing your paradigm. Like, it's possible. You can actually evolve to that person you see yourself. That your glorified self is not far off. Just start living hard today. Then you
Mhm.
realize what do you need to put inside of you. So it's a process where you need to keep, taking things in, learning and unlearning, be curious, be keen. Because when I have conversations with people,
Yeah.
I want to be the listener. I don't want to speak. So I want to learn from you. I want to pick something. So it's easy to, keep adding to yourself and be positive. It's a decision to be.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
So how would you say, what would you tell women in terms of staying mentally healthy? What are the things you do to stay mentally healthy? Because, staying mentally healthy isn't something that you just fall into. I mean, just like you have systems to keep you on track, you must have like a foolproof plan, to keep you mentally healthy
Yeah.
because of all the
You know,
challenges that we
very
face. Yeah.
true. What you're saying really makes sense, because I've never really sat down and said, okay, I want to take care of my mental health. Like before now, it's something I've
Yeah.
grown to learn.
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of encounters, a lot of things in the past, experiences, things you have to go through that forms you and affects you mentally. But I never really thought of it as a thing, because we Africans don't really see it as a thing. I
Mm.
think we don't really take care of ourselves mentally. I've had a friend, that is going through a lot right now, and I realized that it's an accumulation of a lot of circumstances, and her not being able to feed herself right or help herself mentally. And so it's been actually a thing I'm actually really looking into, right?
Mm.
So for me, looking back, what has helped me: don't sweat the small stuff.
Mm.
I realized that life is short. When you start thinking, you have eternity in mind. Like when you start thinking that, you're actually going to leave this world. A lot of little things, just imagine, like, let me give you an instance.
Yeah.
We actually had a lot of work. We had a lot of work. We had some customers to deal with. We had challenges, before we act this whole pandemic and
Yeah.
quarantine
Mm.
period. And then the whole corona stuff, everything just faded.
Just fizzled out.
Like everything I didn't even remember all the details of work. When you bring your life and it's like on the line, so don't sweat the small stuff is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Be positive. Stay positive, build those habits, learn how, know yourself, know your limits, and know what you need to put into yourself to, you know, keep yourself positive. Listen to feed your gates, like your ears, your eyes, your mouth. What are you saying about yourself? Because those things work. It feels like when you say these things, they are very far off. Daily, on a daily, open your mouth and say positive things about yourself, say
Mm.
positive things about your situation, because guess what, you're creating, your words are like life, so you're
Yeah.
creating everything you're saying. So listen to stuff. What are you listening to? What are you listening to? Because it's going straight down to your soul, and it's from your soul that you have all positivity and everything. So
Mm.
feed yourself. What are you watching? Who are the people you're looking for? Who are your mentors? Who are the people you're looking at, and who are the people that are around you? Surround yourself with positive people. Try to speak positivity into someone who is negative to make them positive. So it's just a circle,
Yeah.
basically.
Fantastic. So I'm really hearing something that you may not have said, but it's being intentional, being deliberate. about everything that you do. So what you
Exactly.
say,
That's
what
the
you
word.
think, who you surround yourself with is so important. Circle
That's
of
the word.
influence is so key. You know, what you watch, what you read, what you let in, you know, so it's
Very
important,
important.
yes. You know, so because a lot of people actually live their lives from day to day, just they're just living or existing. They're not really putting into thought each thing that they do, each person they, you know, they spend time with, what they read, what they watch, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it's so amazing that you actually mentioned that. Yes.
It's
And
very
I hope
important.
this,
I do it all the time. I secure my gates.
yes,
I'm
yes.
very deliberate. I'm very deliberate
Very
about
deliberate.
it.
Yeah. Amazing, amazing. So we just have, you know, a few more minutes to go, but I wanted to ask, because this is something that has been in my thoughts, right? Even though we're
Okay.
saying now with the pandemic, business and life will not be the same anymore. So it's not going to be the normal. But do you think that if in the next 2 weeks or maybe another 1 month, everything fizzles out, do you think we'd go back to the way we were? What do you
I
feel? Do
doubt
you
it.
think we would?
I doubt it. Because right now is a time where a lot of people they have a lot of time. Things have become slower. So they've had time to, think about things, think things through. It's more of like a self-awareness, you know.
Time, right? Like,
Yeah. Where you get to make a lot of decisions and realize a lot of things that you have neglected. So I think it's not going to be the same. A lot of people are going to quit their jobs because they realize they're not happy. A lot of people right now don't know what to do with their lives because their lives it's been all about their jobs. So I'm sure people are going to learn to prioritize. People are going to learn to change their trajectory, like to actually focus on things that matter.
the matter. Yeah, I think so too. I actually agree with you. So things would definitely not be the same in terms of how people think, you know, how people think and
Exactly.
how people are doing, yeah, living their lives. Okay, so we've come to the final question. In your
Okay.
last words, you know, what are the 5 things you'd like to share with women about managing themselves? You know, you talked about family, managing children,
Okay.
you know, to be able to live a balanced, well, you may not live a balanced life exactly, but be able to manage the juggling, the juggling act, you know, and still stay
Yeah.
beautiful and sane like you're looking right now, you know? Yeah.
You keep looking like you woke up like this, like there's nothing is happening.
If
Okay, so
only we could.
I would say number one, that would be my point. Keep looking like you woke up like this. Really.
Amazing.
Don't make things, yes, don't make things outweigh you, right? Nothing is that serious. When you have that mindset, you realize that you are important. Put you first. Like, don't let kids, don't let the job, don't let all of that choke you. And at times when that is about to choke you, just take a step back and just relax and look at things from the, other way around. So that's number one for me. Keep looking that way. Look great. When you look great, you feel great, really. Trust me. When you look like $1,000,000, you just carry yourself like that. It just comes with it,
You're like,
Like I feel great right now. And with that, people start addressing you. When you hear dress the way you are, you to be addressed or something like that. People
absolutely.
start addressing you that way. So if you look at yourself some sort of way, people start looking at you that way as well.
Mm.
So look like $1,000,000. That's number one. Number two for me would be to create a system. I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
Create a system that is unique to you, that works for you, and include all these things that are important so that you don't get to neglect aspects of your life that are
Mm-hmm.
very key. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to include there your personal development because you have to grow. You have to include there your family, your career. Everything has to be in your system. So Google it, find a system, a way to organize yourself. Get yourself an accountability partner that you guys grow together. Get
Mm-hmm.
yourself a mentor or mentors. You can actually have many mentors. Get
Yeah.
yourself people that have been there before you, and they will show you that it's not so hard to get there. All those things you think are very big, people have done it. Like there's nothing new in the world. People have actually done those things.
Exactly.
And they will just tell you easy ways to navigate life, So mentorship, number 1, systems, number 2, don't sweat the small stuff, number 3, look great. You have to look like you woke up like this. Girl, work out, dress up, look nice, take care of your skin, Yes. I think that's it basically. Number 4, and which would be paramount to me, would be put God first. Put God first. I believe life is a passing phase. We're all going to die and we're going to get to heaven, So life is too short. So anytime you see yourself over sweating things, when you see yourself putting your priorities where it's not meant to be, just align, come back and realize that you have to put God first. Have eternity in mind. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, awesome. I mean, I've heard everything you've said, and I think that if we apply that in our lives, each of those things, we would live more fulfilled life. One of the reasons why I started this particular, conversation is for women to understand that, look, they're not alone. Everyone has challenges, no matter how fantastic you look when you wake up.
Honestly, there's always honestly, Ivy, there's always a back end. You have to put in the work. And guess what? The only way you're going to fail is by stopping. So as long as you're trying, as long as you wake up the next day and you're still doing it, you're keeping at it, you're looking for different ways to keep navigating, you haven't failed and you're still on track. So it's really hard though. I won't sit down here with my, 4 and all of that and tell you it's so easy. I just, all of that. But then you have to keep going. Yeah. It's going to be hard. As long as your dream is big, except it's a small dream or I don't know what you plan for your life. But as long as it's something that makes sense, it's not going to be as easy as that. It's not going to be a walk in the park. But you just it's a mindset. Just have to make up your mind that, you know what, we die here. It has to work. Mindset, it has to work.
And you have to continue to maintain the positivity always.
Honestly, it's hard. Some days, you know what? Those days, what I do is I just wake up. I just say I'm going to go to sleep, and then the next day I'll feel better and I'll just continue. So no matter how you feel, just chill and then go back to it.
Oh wow, Patricia, we've come to the end of this conversation. I wish we could go on and on.
I want us to continue.
It's been wonderful. Even I've learned a lot, and I hope that what we're doing to impact the lives of women would actually impact the lives of women and turn things around for all the women out there who get to listen. We want them to be as healthy mentally and also living a life of purpose. There's nothing like that. Yes. Okay, so thank you so much, Patricia. Thank you. The wonderful, this first edition has been powerful.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Enjoy the rest of your.
Exactly. And you guys better be looking as we are looking now, because we are home, and you guys have to go visit Mmakamba Fashion to look this way.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm also in Mmakamba Fashion, by the way. Oh my God, you can also see me before, but then, yeah. Okay, everyone. So bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.